माइक चालू
Check. 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 Test 1, 2, 3. Check. Very good morning, everyone. Kindly requesting everyone to register at the counter outside, as we have a lucky draw by IndusInd Bank worth rupees 5,000. जाणी कोणी रजिस्टर करू ना, मातशें भायर जो काउंटर आसा इंडसइंड बँकाचो ताजे कडेन रजिस्टर करचें, कारण एक लकी ड्रॉ जाचें मोल आसा 5,000 तुमचे पैकी कोणायक मेळपाक शकता. सो सगळ्यांनी मातशें रजिस्टर करचें. थँक्यू. Sir? Okay, pura. Pura antena. Chudu uns bidata.
Yes, we need. Savaikar Jaila.
Ayla.
So only this one is.
So,
Seafarers sir is coming. We are waiting for Bob. He is coming in another 15 minutes. Okay, once ministers come in here, then we start. Okay. So because we know that they are coming. Okay. So,
but we are getting these guys in, and then we will get Babu separately when he actually comes. So we'll just get off with the function. Or Ravya function. Ravya. No, I believe you. We'll go. Ravya. Saying that Chief Guest is coming in 10 minutes, we are starting soon.
Very good morning, everyone. आमच्या आयच्या सुवाळ्याचे मुखेल सोयरे श्रीपाद भाऊ नाईक 5 मिनटांन पावतात. सो एक 5 मिनटांन आमी कार्यावळीक सुरवात करता. देव बरें करूं. Okay. Yeah. Welcome. How are you?
The original plan.
Okay. तो अभी फर्स्ट I'll be welcoming. उसके बाद जो है वेलकम एड्रेस में जैसे प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ मैरिटाइम ऑफिसर्स एसोसिएशन उसके बाद गेस्ट इसको करेंगे उसके साथ ही उसके बाद वो सब
उसी के टाइम में निकलता
एक मोमेंटो रहेगा
एजेंडा क्या है जो मैं करने में बहुत ही टाइम लगेगा तो बाकी सब मैं फटाफट समय बट
तो ये हुआ जैसे ये होता है ना संस्कार डायरेक्टली एड्रेस तो ये 5 लोग बात करेंगे
ये इसके बाद ही मेरा आएगा
इसके बाद जो है प्रेजेंटेशन कॉलेज को
ठीक है तो मेरे को सबको बोलने में टाइम नहीं बता यहाँ यूनियन का प्रोपोगेंडा नहीं जो भी है वो बोलने लगा एक एक लोग और कौन बात करेंगे He's coming, right? He's coming. ठीक है तो मेरे को बोलने
आयलो न्ही. आयच्या कार्यावळीचे मुखेल सोयरे केंद्रीय मंत्री श्रीपाद भाऊ नाईक आयिल्ले आसात. काही खिणात आमी कार्यावळीक सुरवात करता. आमचे मुखेल सोयरे हांगा आयिल्ले आसात. तांचे जोरदार ताळयांनी स्वागत जावचें. I request all the volunteers, जे volunteers हांगा आसात तांणी मातशें बॅकस्टेजीर येवचें. नमस्कार आणि तुमकां सगळ्यांक माये मोगाचो उर्बे भरीत येवकार. हांव तुमच्या आयचे होस्ट आणि दोस्त वर्षा मळीक चंदगडकर तुमच्या सगळ्यांचे मना काळजासावन स्वागत करता. एक सुंदर अशी टॅगलाइन आसा, हम साथ साथ हैं. दोस्तों, हर सुबह आती है एक याद लेकर, हर सुबह आती है एक याद लेकर, हर सुबह जाती है एक याद देकर. लेकिन आज की ये सुबह बहुत ही खास है क्योंकि ये आई है हम सबको एक साथ लेकर. सगळ्यां खातीर एकदा जोरदार ताळयो जावपाक जाय. Seafarers Connect, गोवा मॅरिटायम ऑफिसर्स असोसिएशन हांणी आयोजीत केल्लो आयचो हो खास उपक्रम उद्देग तज्ञ ह्या समुदायाचे फुडारी दर्यांत करियर करपी सगळ्यांक येवपी आव्हानां आनी अडचणींक तोंड दिवपी गंभीर प्रश्नाचेर चर्चा करपा खातीरचो आयचो हो खास सुवाळो. गोवा मॅरिटायम ऑफिसर्स असोसिएशन in collaboration with MUI, NUSI and GSAI presents Seafarers Connect, हम साथ साथ हैं. आयज जे चर्चासत्र हांगा आयोजीत जातलें हाचे विशय अशे आसात: दर्यांत काम करप्यांचे मानसीक बरेपण तशेंच तांचे खातीर खाशेली अशी हेल्पलायन, भारतीय बंदरांनी सायन ऑफ किंवा सायन ऑन लायव्ह समस्यांक तोंड दिवचें पडटा ताचे विशींचे प्रश्न, तशेंच पोर्तुगीज राष्ट्रीयता मेळिल्ल्या लोकांक खातीरचे आशिल्ले विशिश्ट प्रश्न, परीक्षा पूर्व मान्यताय, प्रमाणपत्रां जारी करतना येवपी प्रश्न आनी ताजे वेले उपाय, तशेंच दर्यावेल्या सुरक्षेक धोको निर्माण करपी घडणुकांनी DGSन घेतिल्ल्या पावलांचो आस्पाव. आनी ह्या सगळ्या विशयाचेर आयज हांगा चर्चा जातली. हांव तुमचें परत एक फावट सगळ्यांचे मना काळजासावन स्वागत करता. अँड नाव आय रिक्वेस्ट President of Goa Maritime Officers Association, Mr. Jason De Silva, to kindly welcome the gathering. जोरदार ताळयांनी तांचे स्वागत जावचें.
Good morning, everybody. Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, and our young aspiring marine engineers and seafarers. Thank you, Varsha ma'am, for the introduction. I am Jason Da Silva, serving as the president of Goa Maritime Officers Association. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Seafarers Connect, Hum Saath Saath Hain. I would like to extend a special warm welcome to our distinguished guests, Shri Shripad Naik, Honorable Minister of State for Tourism, Ports, Shipping, and Waterways of India, Advocate Shri Naren Savaikar, Honorable Commissioner for NRI Affairs, Government of Goa, Captain Wenzi Viegas, MLA, Benolim Constituency. Captain Daniel Joseph, Deputy Director General of Shipping. Shri S.K. Srivastava, Surveyor in Charge, MMD, Goa. Captain Tushar Pradhan, General Secretary, Maritime Union of India. Shri Luis Gomes, Vice President of NUSI, and Shri Frank Viegas, President of GSAI. Your presence reflects collective commitment to finding solutions and supporting the well-being of our seafarers. Established on 8 August 2023, Goa Maritime Officers Association represents a unified cluster of maritime officers and engineers based in Goa, committed to the progress and welfare of the seafaring community in our region. At the heart of our objectives is the idea of working hand in hand with both governmental and non-governmental organizations to transform Goa into a thriving hub for the maritime industry. So hosting this panel stands as a testament to our commitment, aligning seamlessly with what we set out to achieve. And we certainly plan to engage in collaborative efforts for similar cases when the need may arise. Today's gathering signifies a crucial step towards addressing the challenges faced by our seafarers and fostering a sense of unity and support. As we look forward to Seafarers Connect event, I want to emphasize the significance of the Director General of Shipping's initiative for actively engaging with the maritime community and addressing concerns related to well-being and working conditions of our seafarers. The dialogue during the event, led by Captain Daniel Joseph, Deputy Director General of Shipping, will explore the challenges that our seafarers encounter, among other important topics. Let us stand united with our commitment to a well-being of our seafarers. Thank you again, everyone, for your presence. Sogblang tumka Dev bore koru.
Thank you, sir. कार्यावळ मुखार व्हरतना आय रिक्वेस्ट आमचे आयचे मुखेल सोयरे युनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट पोर्ट्स अँड शिपिंग वॉटरवेज आमचे सगळ्यांचे लाडके श्रीपाद भाऊ नायक हांगा आयिल्ले आसा तांकां रिक्वेस्ट करता की तांणी माचयेर येवचें तशेंच एडवोकेट नरेंद्र सावेकर कमिशनर ऑफ NRI अफेर्स गव्हर्मेंट ऑफ गोवा हांगा आयिल्ले आसात तांणी माचयेर येवचें मुखार मागता कॅप्टन डॅनियल जोझफ हांचे कडेन मागता की तांणी माचयेर येवचें Then I request Captain Wenzi Viegas to kindly come on the stage. Captain Jason De Silva, President of GMOA, to kindly come on the stage. Then I request Shri S.K. Srivastava, Surveyor in Charge, to kindly come on the stage. Next, I request Captain Tushar Pradhanji, General Secretary, MUI, to kindly come on the stage. Then I request Shri Luis Gomes, Vice President, NUSI, to kindly come on the stage. And Shri Frank Viegas, President of GSAI, to kindly come on the stage. सगळ्यां खातीर जोरदार ताळयो जावच्यो. सुरवेक मागता चीफ इंजिनियर लासन डिसा हांचे कडेन की तांणी आमचे मुखेल सोयरे श्रीपाद भाऊ नायक हांकां फुलां तुरो दिवन तांचें स्वागत करचें. उतरांनी स्वागत जाल्लें आसा वेळ आसा फुलांनी स्वागत करपाचो. A big round of applause to Lasan Disa. तशेंच आमच्या आयचे मुखेल सोयरे श्रीपाद भाऊ नायक हांचे खातीर जोरदार ताळयो जावच्यो. एक प्रेमाचे प्रतीक आयज आमी आमच्या मुखेल सोयऱ्यांक भेटयता. A token of love. Next, I request Chief Engineer Nixon Gomes to kindly come forward. आणि आयचे आमचे Advocate नरेंद्र सावेकर, Commissioner for NRI Affairs, Government of Goa, हांकां फुलां तुरो दिवन तांचें स्वागत करचें. Chief Engineer Nixon Gomes. Next, I request Captain Niranjan Digama to kindly come forward. आणि आमचे कॅप्टन डॅनियल जोसेफ हांकां फुलां तुरो दिवन तांचें स्वागत करचें. देव बरें करूं, Mr. Nixon Gomes. Then I request Captain Niranjan Digama. कॅप्टन डॅनियल जोसेफ हांगा आयिल्ले आसात, तांचे खातीर जोरदार ताळयो. नेक्स्ट आय रिक्वेस्ट कॅप्टन रायन सिक्वेरा टू कायंडली कम फॉरवर्ड. आणि आमचे कॅप्टन वेन्झी विएगस हांगा आसात, तांचे फुलां तुरो दिवन स्वागत करचें. Next, I request Chief Engineer Bhaskar Rivankar to kindly come forward. आणि तांचेकडे मागता की कॅप्टन जसन डिसिल्वा, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ GMOA, हांकां फुलां तिरो दिवन तांचें स्वागत करचें. A round of applause to Jason De Silva, कारण तांच्या नेतृत्वाखाला आयज हो उपक्रम हांगा घडटा. नेक्स्ट आय रिक्वेस्ट कॅप्टन सिडनी डिमालो टू कायंडली कम फॉरवर्ड. आणि तांचेकडे मागता की श्री SK श्रीवास्तव, सर्वेयर इन्चार्ज, हांकां फुलां भेटोवन तांचें स्वागत करचें. कॅप्टन सिडनी डिमालो. Next, I request Chief Engineer Clint Vaz to kindly come forward. And I request him to welcome Captain Tushar Pradhan, General Secretary, MUI. Chief Engineer Clint Vaz. A round of applause to Captain Tushar Pradhan. Next, I request Chief Engineer Patson Clement to kindly come forward. Shri Luis Gomes, Vice President, NUSI, हांगा आसात, तांचें फुलां तुरो दिवन स्वागत करचें. Chief Engineer Patson Clement. Next, I request Captain Malcolm Dice to kindly come forward. आमच्या वांगडा माचेर आसात श्री फ्रँक विएगस, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ GSAI. तांचें फुलां उरो दिवन स्वागत जावचें. सगळ्यांक मना काळजा सावन देव बरें करूं. मानेस्तांचें स्वागत जाल्लें आसा. कार्यक्रम मुखार व्हरतना खंयच्याय कार्यावळीची सुंदर सुरवात ही आमी देवाच्या नांवान घेवन करतात. अतिथी देवो भव ह्या परंपरेक अनुसरून आयच्या ह्या कार्यावळीची सुरवात आमी दीप प्रज्वलनान करूया. आय रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द डिग्नेटरीज ऑन द डायज की तांणी दिवली पेटोवन आयच्या कार्यक्रमात सुरवात करची. काळखांतल्यान उजवाडाकडे आणि अज्ञानाकडल्यान ज्ञानाकडे व्हरपी हें दीप प्रज्वलन आणि आयच्या कार्यावळीची आमी सुंदर सुरवात करता. आयच्या ह्या दीप प्रज्वलनान अतिथी देवो भव ह्या परंपरेक अनुसरून आयचे हे दीप प्रज्वलन. कार्यक्रमाची सुरवात हांगा जाल्ली आसा. मुखार व्हरतना मागता वायस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ NUSI श्री लुईस गोम्स हांणी उलोवप करचें.
A very good morning to one and all. Honorable Minister of State, Ports, Shipping, Waterways, Shri Shripad Naik ji, Advocate Shri Narendra Kumar Savaikar, Commissioner NRI Office, Government of Goa, Captain Venji Vegas, MLA Benolim, Captain Dr. Daniel Joseph, Deputy Director General of Shipping, Captain Jason Da Silva, Goa Maritime Officers Associations, Captain Srivastava, Captain Tushar Pradhan, dignitaries on the dais, my respected seafarer brothers, sisters, and the family members, and all the young cadets who are sitting here. It is with great honor that I stand before you for the very first session of the noble initiative of our Director General of Shipping, Seafarers Connect, Hum Saath Saath Hai. It is an initiative that exemplifies the commitment of our Director General of Shipping towards the welfare of our seafarers and their families. The noble endeavor seeks to address the critical issues of seafarers' mental well-being, shore leave, various issues, including maritime security. Seafaring is not a merely profession, it is a way of life that demands resilience, adaptability, sacrifice. Unfortunately, the nature of the profession often takes a toll to the mental health of the seafarers and their loved ones. The isolations, long period away from the home, and the inherent risks associated with life at sea can intensify loneliness, anxiety, and depression. Seafarers Connect is a commendable step in the right directions. So we must also confront the systematic changes continue to plague the maritime industry. One such changes is the issues sign-on, sign-off, shore leave, maritime security in the wildlife operations area, and in the Red Sea and Port of Hormuz, and maritime piracy. National Union of Seafarers of India has always been proactive on these issues and always raised their concern to the authorities, Government of India, maritime administrations, International Maritime Authority, International Labour Organizations, International Transport Workers Federations, and all other authorities. We thank our Prime Minister, our Foreign Ministers, Shipping Minister, and Shri Shripad Naik ji for the prompt actions which is taken during the ongoing Red Sea drone attacks and all. Our Navy has given a very good support to the maritime industry during this period of time. NUSI has various initiatives. One of them is the NUSI Sahara, a mental well-being helpline for the seafarers and their families. The motive is wellness of the seafarers and their family members to make them aware of the free, stress-free, healthy living. And we have our expert counselors and well-trained professionals who day-to-day deal with the emotional issues of the seafarers and their family members. Besides this, NUSI has also various schemes, initiatives. I will mention few of them. NUSI Saksham, a skill enhancement program for the seafarers which is of zero cost. NUSI Suraksha Kavach, a life insurance for the seafarers. NUSI Subsidy Scheme, a free one-time meal for the seafarers, needy seafarers, especially the seafarers looking out for a job who are staying in hostels in Mumbai. We have NUSI Shiksha Abhiyan, free educational grant for the seafarers, scholarship, Stri Shiksha Abhiyan, Shikho Pardesh, the seafarers, children who wants to study abroad, we give a financial assistance to them. And also Suvidya. We have a NUSI Swasth Sahyog, financial assistance in medical cases for the seafarers and their family members. We do have a senior seafarers home in Lonavala. Presently, we are having few seafarers who has been staying with us for a long time. NUSI Skill Supports is a financial assistance given to the seafarers who was undergoing STCW and skill enhancement courses. We have Maritime Made English Easy, a self-online English programs for the seafarers. These are the benefits which is available for the seafarers as per the guidelines. And I'm very happy and proud to inform you we have also a lot of initiatives and benefits which has been enhanced by our organizations. Some of them is that ex gratia for NUSI widow of Goan Seafarers has been increased from 400 to 800 per month. We have started distributing dry ration for the needy widows of the deceased seafarers. NUSI Shuktalaya recreational home at Khareband. We are under renovation process, and very soon that will be open for the Goan seafarers and their family. They can go and visit our places. We are going to have a NUSI proposed community hall, which is also under renovations. And the Goan seafarers and the family can access and get those community hall at a very minimum rate. And last but not the least, we have a project. Our General Secretary is very focused on that, and very soon NUSI Hospital at Chinchinim is partially open for the Goan seafarers and their family members. Besides that, NUSI is promoting Nari Shakti for Goan girls to go for a training in GP rating and CCMC, our Goa Maritime Academy. And we have assurance from the company, shipping company, for a job for these seafarers, women seafarers, who will pass out from the academy. To conclusions, I'd like to thank all our dignitaries on the dais. I'd like to thank especially Jason Da Silva, who has taken out so much of initiatives and did a wonderful opening ceremony of the Seafarers Connect. It will be a beacon. Seafarers Connect will be a beacon of hope and solidarity for our seafarers and their family members, reminding us of the importance of prioritizing the mental well-being in the maritime industry, which is a very important factor to have to sustain a long career at sea. However, to truly support our seafarers, we must address the systematic challenges hinder their welfare and rights. Together, let us strive to build a more compassionate, resilient, and inclusive maritime community for the generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. Next, I request General Secretary, MUI, to kindly address the gathering. Sir Tushar Pradhan ji.
Good morning, everyone. Pleasure to be here. Thankful to the organizations for hosting this event and also giving us an opportunity to stand before you all. I would like to pay the respect first to our Honorable Minister, Shri Shripad Naik, who is holding this Ministry for Tourism, Shipping and Waterways. Next, I would like to pay the respect to Shri Narendra Savaikar, who is the Honorable Commissioner of NRI Affairs, Government of Goa. Captain Venzivikas, who is the MLA in Goa. Captain Daniel Joseph, who is the Deputy Director General of Shipping. Sri Vastava, who is the MMD Surveyor in Goa. And to all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and I must also thank our doctor to come down all the way from Mumbai. Yeah, and most welcome. I would like to say that our Prime Minister, for the first time in history of India, has rolled out so many schemes for the betterment and advancement of shipping. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we would have made that progress and none of us would have been on this dais today. So I really thank him on behalf of all seafarers and the maritime industry for enforcing that we step ahead, we become the best in the world, and we start dictating the whole world with respect to shipping. Recently, last week, he has also given us a boost by saying he wants more numbers of shipping companies filling up with our people. We want young cadets, we want officers, we want ratings, everyone to fill in as number as possible, and we must dominate the world. If it wasn't for his vision, I don't think we would have made this progress. And now it is left to all of us to ensure that we can do what he wants us to do. And we will prove him that what he has foreseen is not going down the drain from us. So let's thank our Prime Minister for all this. I'm the General Secretary for the Maritime Union of India. This is for the officers. We have today engineering cadets. We have cadets also from the ratings. You all are going to be going out to sea. Shipping is a wonderful world. You are going to be seeing something which you have never even thought of. It's a dream come true. Only thing what I feel is, and the topic will be covered up by Captain Daniel Joseph, is your mental well-being. If you stay strong, when I went out to sea 45 years ago, I was thin and limp. I wasn't a strong person physically. I just managed to barely scrape the weight scale which was required at 50 kgs. But I was emotionally strong, and that stood me for 45 years at sea before I stepped on ashore to take this role as a General Secretary. So be strong. You all have been now in the hostels, in the institutes, you are away from your families, your hearts are still at home, and they will always remain at home. But you have to grow finally. And this is where your place is going to be. You are going to be conquering the world, you're going to see the world, and shipping is the one industry which carries 80% of the goods all over the world. So you are the driving force behind it, and I'm sure you will succeed. You have all the organizations out here who can look into you, who can look after your grievances. If you have any issues, the Director General of Shipping has put up a lot of grievances cells. You can go on this site, log in, and you have a number of places where you can read through, address your concerns, and they will take it up also. So we thank Director General of Shipping. He is also a driving force for all of us, not only for the upcoming seafarers, the existing industry, also for the unions. And I won't take much time. Maritime Union of India also has a lot of schemes. Mr. Lewis, on behalf of NUSI, has already mentioned the schemes that they do possess. We also have schemes for your grievances, for your CBAs, also for convalescent homes, for your families, for the lawsuits. Everything will be looked after. You don't have to be feared when you come out to sea. If you have any doubt, do contact us. We will be leaving our numbers to you. We also have a women's wing who has a 24-hour online number. So the girls can also contact them. And we want your sisters, your girlfriends to join shipping also. So also encourage them to come out to sea. It's a safe place. And thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. And I would like to now leave it to the others to continue from here. Thank you once again.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. Next, I would like to call upon on stage India's first Master Mariner Captain to be elected as MLA, honored in the coffee book Lasting Legacies, Virasat Ka Prerna Srot, which was published on National Maritime Day 2022 as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Captain Vanzi Viegas, member of Legislative Assembly, Goa, MLA Benaulim. With a round of applause, तांच्या खातीर जोरदार ताळयो जावपाक जाय. Captain Vanzi Viegas.
Good morning, everyone. माचेर आलेले आमगेले चीफ गेस्ट, सगळ्यांचे आवडीचे आनी सगळ्यांचे वळखीचे बाब Shripad Naik, Honorable Minister of State for Tourism, Sports, Shipping and Waterways. Our guest of honor, Shri Advocate Narendra Savikar Bab, who is also the Commissioner for NRI Affairs. आणि आज आमच्या बराबर माचेर आहा Deputy Director of Shipping, Captain Daniel, who is the Deputy Director of Shipping Crew, and he also is a fraternity member, being a captain. Amchbaraha Chief Engineer Srivastava from MMD Goa, Captain Tushar, who is the General Secretary of MUI, Bob Luis Gomes, who is the Vice President of NUSI, Captain Jerson, young dynamic President of the newly formed GMOI, that is the Goan Maritime Officers Association, who has organized this program. आणि आमचो सगळ्यांचो वळखीचो बाब Frank Vegas, who is the president of the GSAI. And all you lovely seafarers, आमचे तारवटी भाव, young cadets, young TMEs out here in this audience who are yet to go and venture out into this world of shipping. Firstly, I'd like to welcome all of you all here, and as we organize this program for the first time, and the importance is हम साथ साथ है. मुझे आज ये माचेर MUI, NUSI, GSAI आणि आमचे शिपिंग मिनिस्टर, आमचे NRI कमिशनर I being also a master mariner and 17 years of experience who has now entered politics, and as well as the organizers who is the Maritime Association, the Goa Maritime Officers Association. I think let us give us a big hand for the organizers for bringing this event together. So today, if we see a lot of things are being achieved in shipping and a lot of things are yet to be achieved. But what is important is togetherness and bonding, because we as seafarers come from a very niche community. I having the background is a live example in front of you. We are never less than anyone. We have diversified and now we have entered politics, which means we have transported everything that everyone uses. We have done all kind of shore jobs, and today we have entered legislature making. And I think this shows that how much potential we have and how much potential all you young cadets have when you go out to sea. Now, important is, as we address mental wellness, Janna Zoritori Ami Botir, Oi Sokol Kiten Zata. During COVID, it was a big rise in the mental well-being of seafarers. Why? Because how to take over the stress with the present situation happening at the Red Sea. There is a lot of stress going on. But that does not mean we end up the careers. That does not mean we take a wrong step in life. Only what we need is support, which is available and which needs to be promoted in a better way. Which means every seafarer needs to know what is the helpline. Every seafarer's wife, every seafarer's sister, parents in the house need to have that phone number, need to have that call number to know if they want to know something or need to share about the seafarers. I think this is one very important thing. We have got things in the system, but it has not been made available or the awareness is not there. So I think this is one which we need to take ahead. Secondly, I being a legislator, been 2 years now, we have been already requesting in the assembly, and we will also request always till it is done, but we would need the support of our minister over here. Seafarers community needs to grow, and seafarers need not be limited to we guys sailing on commercial ships or sailing on cruise liners. Seafarers is much beyond that. I think we need to now combine fishermen who are also seafarers. I think fishing is also an activity which is done at sea. All those guys who are not so educated, who are educated, who are trained, who are not so trained, but out venturing at sea to catch the fish, which is our daily living, I think they need to be brought into this fraternity of seafarers. And I think, Shripad Bhau, you need to give us this support where we club all the seafarers who are into the fishermen community to bring them into this group. I am also part of Stella Maris, and Stella Maris has taken one step ahead. They come up with a centenary fund to promote and to support not so well-doing seafarers. And in that seafarers community, they have included fishermen seafarers. So I think we need to also make a way out where fishermen seafarers come into the bracket, and medicals for us as well as medicals for the fishermen seafarers, which is well-being for the health, has to be made available for all of us. That is the medicals for the seafarers as well as for the fishermen. When it comes to medicals, we had a nice seminar organized by Merix. I see somebody from Merix was here. And Merix came out with the first time platform where all the medical companies, all the medical fraternities that provide medicals to us were on board. And there what we saw is seafarers need to have more medical units, more exposure to DG approved doctors. And one of the things that we have already put up was to have DG shipping approved doctors in our government hospitals. For example, we have our South Goa District Hospital. We should have a mental well-being center for seafarers community as well as a DG approved doctor over there for seafarers. He will be certified for seafarers as well as for the local community. So I think this is one which we need to start from the South Goa, and then you can take it to all other talukas in Goa. Saying this, we all know that Goa is a state which only has the pension for retired seafarers. Air hunche state e facility na. And it is a good thing. Ani e je pension that is not enough. That was designed, I think, during late Shri Manubhar Parekar's time. And I think that needs to be increased. So I think we all need to work on that for the retired seafarers And since Goa being small, ani amkode we have a big group of seafarer community, it is important we can introduce sailing seafarers pension. So sailing seafarers pension is been done in New Zealand, is been done in countries like Australia. So what they do is, botir janna tarwa rahay, tenna you have the liberty to contribute to the state government. You put in every month $20 or $50, and you have a period for minimum 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, depend how much you want to continue. And then the government puts this fund in a pension fund, and you get it as a pension when you retire. So this is a combination. It is on we seafarers, whether we want to go for a 5 years plan, 10 years plan, or 15 years plan, and then government has its contribution. So in this way, it will encourage more such cadets, because today at sea, we are contractual basis. We have continued all our life on contractual basis, which means फाल्यां जरी तरी आमी दुयेंत जाले बोटीर कितें जालें जाल्यार तेजे फाटल्यान there is no door open for us. And in order to secure that, I think it should be backed with an insurance scheme. And I think it is the best thing to start it in Goa, because we are small and we can execute and we could probably have the budget. Saying this, we got the best people on the stage to get our things organized. I will do my part in the legislative assembly wherever I get a chance to introduce all these things. Saying this, thank you everyone for being here and listening to me. Thank you to all the dignitaries, and thank you to GMOA. A call to all the young officers. GMOA is a platform, is there to unite everyone. But all officers, all engineers, TMEs, deck cadets, all junior engineers, junior officers need to join this association, because it is an association for maritime officers. And maritime officers, when you have a platform in Goa, you need to join them. So this is a call out. Do join them, do register with them. Let us make our community stronger. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Goa.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. Next, I request our guest of honor, Commissioner NRI Affairs, Advocate Narendra Savekarji, to kindly come forward and address the gathering.
Goa Maritime Officers Association, in collaboration with MUI, NUSI, and Goa Seamen's Association of India, all of them have come together to form Seafarers Connect. Hum Saath Saath Hai. On the days, Honorable Minister for Shipping, Shri Shripad Naik ji, Captain Benzi Viegas, सगळ्या तारवट्यांचो सीफेररांचो गोंयच्या असेंब्लीतलो आवाज म्हणटा हांव तेका बाब कॅप्टन विएगस, कॅप्टन जॅरसन डिसिल्वा, त्याच बरोबर माचेर उपस्थित कॅप्टन डॅनियल, श्री श्रीवास्तव, कॅप्टन तुषार प्रधान, लुईस गोम्स, GSIचो प्रेसिडेंट, म्हजो इश्ट वा फ्रँक विएगस, हांगासर आशिल्ले सगळे मानेस्त भावानो भयणीनो. At the outset, let me congratulate Goa Maritime Officers Association for organizing this event. I represent NRI Commission, a body constituted by Government of Goa. And जेन्ना हे officers म्हाका मेळपाक आयले तेन्ना I was quite glad and happy. Because this was the need of the hour. Maritime officers, Goa Seamen Association, Seafarers, सगळे जाण जर एकठांय आयले, गोंयच्या इकॉनॉमीची एक स्ट्रॉंग कम्युनिटी जर खंयची आसत जाल्यार तारवटी भाव आसा आनी सीफेरर्स आसात. आनी हो सगळे कम्युनिटीचे सगळी असोसिएशन जर एकठांय येवन आपल्या उदरगती खातीर, आपल्या डेव्हलपमेंटा खातीर जर एकठांय येता आसत जाल्यार गोंया खातीर ती खूब बरी आनी आनंदाची गजाल आसा अशें हांव मानता. कारण गोंयची इकॉनॉमी जी आसा, ह्या गोंयच्या इकॉनॉमी भितर तारवट्यांचो, सीफेररांचो खूब व्हडलें कॉन्ट्रिब्युशन आसा. आनी हें कॉन्ट्रिब्युशन तुमी जेन्ना भायर वतात तेन्ना, तुमी काम जेन्ना करतात तेन्ना आसात. आनी जी अख्खी ग्लोबल इकॉनॉमी जी आसा ती मूव करपा खातीर तुमचें आशिल्लें कॉन्ट्रिब्युशन जें आसा त्याच्या आदाराक लागून खरें म्हणजे आमच्या ह्या डेव्हलपमेंटा खातीर ताचो उपयोग आसा. कोविड टायम्साचेर हांवें पळयलें की
खूबशे जाण आमच्या NRI कमिशनाक अप्रोच जाताले आनी सांगताले की आमी हांगा शिरकल्यात, थंय उरल्यात. कॅप्टन वेन्झी वेगसाची म्हणजे तेन्नाच वळख जाली. आनी तेन्नाच्यान खरें म्हणजे हांव पळयता की ह्या तारवट्या भावांक थंयच्यान हांगा हाडपा खातीर आमकां जे यत्न करचे पडले, त्रास घेवचे पडले, हेजे फाटलें एक कारण आसा. थँक्यू. एक कारण हें आसा की सगळ्यांक हाडटा आसतना आमच्या NRI कमिशना कडेन प्रत्येक जाण अप्रोच जाता, पूण आमचे कडेन डेटा बँक जी आशिल्ली ती नाशिल्ली. आनी म्हणून आमी DG शिपिंगाक तेन्ना कॉन्टॅक्ट केलो, कांय डेटा आमी जनरेट केलो. आनी आमचे जे सीफेरर भाव जे आसात, जे जगाचेर सगळ्या कडेन कामा खातीर वतात, तेन्ना त्यांचो डेटा एक आमचे कडेन आसचो म्हणून आमी यत्न केलो. एक डेटा आमचे कडेन जमलो. आनी म्हणून जेन्ना मॅरिटायम ऑफिसर्स असोसिएशनाचे जेन्ना ऑफिसर्स आयले मेळपा खातीर, तेन्ना तांकां हांवें रिक्वेस्ट केलो की हम साथ साथ है, ही जी थीम आसा, ही थीम व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. आनी थीम आमकां गोंयाक चड इम्पॉर्टंट, कारण आमच्या गोंयच्या डेव्हलपमेंटा खातीर जर सगळे जाण एकठांय आयले आनी सगळे जाण जर साथ साथ रावन जर काम केलें जाल्यार त्याचो एक उपयोग जातलो. आनी म्हणून आमी जेन्ना NRI कमिशनाच्या माध्यमांतल्यान जेन्ना वेगवेगळ्यो एक्टिविटीज चलयतात, काम करतात, आमची जी ओव्हरसीज एम्प्लॉयमेंट एजन्सी आसा त्याच्या माध्यमांतल्यान जेन्ना आमी काम करतात, तरीकूय म्हाका अशें दिसता की आमी आनीकूय काम करपाक जाय. आनी हें जर काम करतलो जाल्यार तेचे खातीर ही जी हम साथ साथ है, तातूंत सगळी असोसिएशन्स, मॅरिटायम ऑफिसर्स असोसिएशन आसत, NUSI आसत, GSAI आसत, सगळे जाण जर एकठांय येवन जर काम करत जाल्यार गोंयच्या ह्या तरणाट्या खातीर सुद्दां आमी खूब मोठ्या प्रमाणाचेर एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशना खातीर मदत करपाक शकता. आनी ह्या काळाची गरज आसा. खुबशे जाण मेळटात आनी सांगतात की आमी भायर वचपाक सोदता, पूण जेन्ना भायर वचपाक सोदता म्हणून तांकां सांगतात तेन्ना त्यांनी खंयच्या डायरेक्शनान वचचें आनी कशा पद्दतीन वचचें हें सांगपा खातीरची वी आर नॉट एन एक्सपर्ट बॉडी. NRI कमिशन इज नॉट एन एक्सपर्ट बॉडी. एक्सपर्ट बॉडी इज ही जी सगळी असोसिएशन्स आसात, ही असोसिएशन्स एक्सपर्ट बॉडी आसा. ह्यांनी सगळ्यांनी एकठांय येवन जर आमच्या भुरग्यांक, आमच्या तरणाट्यांक जर आदार केलो, सपोर्ट केलो, तांकां मोटिवेट केलें, तांकां गायड केलें, जाल्यार खरें म्हणजे आमच्या गोंयच्या तरणाट्यांक सुद्दां भायर वचपा खातीर भायर व्हडल्यो ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज आसात. आनी ह्यो ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज आपल्या नदरेंतल्यान पळोवपा खातीर आनी तांकां दाखोवपा खातीर खरें म्हणजे असोसिएशनांनी एकठांय येवन जर काम केलें, डेफिनेटली गोंयच्या तरणाट्यांक सुद्दां एक जग नवें पळोवपाची उमेद जातली आनी तांकां फुडें वचपाक आदार जातलो. आनी म्हणून जेन्ना कॅप्टन वेन्झी वेगस म्हणटालो की तुमी जेन्ना फुडें वतले, तुमी जेन्ना जग पळयतले, तेन्ना हें जग खूब आसा, चॅलेंजीस, देर आर चॅलेंजीस, पूण ह्या चॅलेंजीसाक आमी सुद्दां सामकार वचपाक शकता आनी आमी तातूंतल्यान फुडें वचपाक शकता. हो कॉन्फिडन्स ह्या असोसिएशनाच्या माध्यमांतल्यान जर आमी दिवपाक शकले, गोंयच्या तरणाट्यांक खूब फायदो जातलो. हातूंत व्हेरियस टॉपिक्स आसात. मेंटल वेलबिंगा सारको टॉपिक आसा. मेनी टायम्स वी कम अक्रॉस द सिच्युएशन्स वेर इन द seafarers they commit suicide. 2 months back I came across a case wherein a seafarer committed a suicide. Full family was in distress. बाबडो एका गांवांतलो आशिल्लो भुरगो तो. तेजी फॅमिली आयली आनी म्हणपा लागली आपल्या भुरग्यान सुसायड केला. रिजन अननोन. सुसायड खंय केला? एका आयलंडाचेर केला. थंयच्यान बॉडी ट्रान्सपोर्ट करून ताका हांगा हाडटा म्हणसर आमकां 40 दीस लागले. इट टूक अस 40 days. ती फॅमिली घरा डिस्ट्रेसान आशिल्ली. ती फॅमिली घरा रावताली, वाट पळयताली आपलो तो 24-25 वर्सांचो भुरगो केन्ना येता काय म्हणून. सो तुमी जो तुमी जो मेंटल वेलबिंगाचो टॉपिक घेतला, it is very much important, and this is not only one case, isolated case. In the last 5 years, I have come across many such cases. की wherein ल्हान भुरगे जॉईन जातात आनी थंय वचून फ्रस्ट्रेट जातात, थंय वचून कितें तरी इश्यूज जातात आनी तातूंतल्यान सुसायड कमीट करता आसतलें जाल्यार आनी कितें घडटा आसतलें जे तेंच्या ह्या एजीचेर घडपाक जायना तें केन्ना घडटा, तेन्ना डेफिनेटली वो मेंटल वेलबिंगा सारको एखादो इम्पॉर्टंट टॉपिक जो आसा तो डिस्कस जावप आनी तेजेर भुरग्यांक खरें म्हणजे एका अर्थान गायड करप खूब गरजेचें आसा. CDC सारको इशू आसा. तातूंतल्यान एक वेगळो जो हांगा इशू आसा तो म्हणजे पोर्चुगीज नॅशनॅलिटीचो इशू आसा. हांव आतांच कॅप्टन वेगशात म्हणटालो की तांणी असेंब्ली भितर बिलूय हाडिल्लो आसा. असेंब्ली ऑनगोईंग असेंब्ली आसा, तातूंत बील हाडलां. जरी तो सेंट्रल सब्जेक्ट आसत जाल्यार सुद्दां थ्रू पर्सुएशन आमच्या गव्हर्मेंटांनी हो टॉपिक घेतिल्लो आसा, पूण थ्रू पर्सुएशन वी हॅव टू पर्स्यू द सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंट. अँड बिकॉज पोर्चुगीज नॅशनॅलिटीचो इशू जो आसा तातूंत बाकीच्योय खूब गजाली आसात आनी हे सगळे घेवन आमी जर हो इशू सॉल्व करपाक शकता आसत डेफिनेटली ताचो एक उपयोग जातलो. म्हाका दिसता की आमी सगळ्यांनी मिळून जे हांगासर आयिल्ले असोसिएशन्स आसा त्यांनी सगळ्यांनी मिळून जर हे फुडाकार घेतलो आणि अशा पद्दतीचे एक कलेक्टिव्ह एफर्ट जर सगळ्यांनी मिळून केले जाल्यार त्याचो उपयोग वो हांगासरले सीफेअर कम्युनिटी खातीर जातलो, हांगासरल्या नव्या भुरग्यां खातीर जातलो, एक नव्या भुरग्यांक गायड आनी मोटिवेट करपा खातीर त्याचो उपयोग जातलो. म्हणून हांवें म्हटलें की हांव कॉंग्रेच्युलेट करता ऑफिसर्स असोसिएशन आसात, सगळे ऑर्गनायझेशन्स आसात तांकां की ते सगळे जाण एकठांय येवन त्यांनी हम साथ साथ है ही थीम घेवन जे काम फुडें हातीन घेतिल्लें आसा म्हाका दिसता खूब बरी गजाल आसा. हांव तांकां कॉंग्रेच्युलेट करता आनी म्हाका विश्वास आसा की आमचे गोंय सरकार आसत, NRI कमिशनाच्या माध्यमांतल्यान जे काम करतात तातूंत आमी आसत, तुमच्या वांगडा आमी सदांच ह्या सगळ्या डेव्हलपमेंटा खातीर ह्या सगळ्या हम साथ साथ ह्या थिमी भितर आमी तुमच्या वांगडा आसतले हें हांव अश्युरन्स तुमकां ह्या टायमाचेर दिवपाक सोदता. सगळे जाण मिळून काम करुया अशें मागता. आयच्या ह्या दिसा सगळ्यांक बेस्ट विशीस दिता. कॅडेट्स जे आसात तांकां सगळ्यांक बेस्ट विशीस दिता आनी 4 उतरां सोंपयता. सगळ्यांक देव बरें करूं.
देव बरें करूं सर. आयज आमचे मदीं आमकां मुखेल सोयरे म्हण लाभल्यात मानादे केंद्रीय मंत्री श्रीपाद भाऊ नायक. 1994 सावन विधिमंडळांत वेंचून आयिल्ल्या उपरांत तांणी राष्ट्रा खातीर केल्लें समर्पण, तांणी दिल्ली सेवा, तशेंच आयुर्वेद, योग, सैमीक विकृती, युनानी सिद्ध आनी होमिओपॅथी ह्या सारकेल्या गिरेस्त दायजाचें प्रतिनिधित्व करपी युनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट अँड पोर्ट शिपिंग अँड वॉटरवेज. विथ अ राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज प्लीज वेलकम our chief guest, a humble personality, Sir Shripad भाऊ नाईक. सराकडे मागता की तांणी मार्गदर्शन करचें.
नमस्कार. Maritime Officers Association आणि डायरेक्टर जनरल ऑफ शिपिंग यांच्या माध्यमातून आयोजित केलेल्या या कार्यक्रमाक व्यासपीठाचेर उपस्थित ज्यांचे विचार तुम्ही आताच ऐकले ते आमचे NRI कमिशनर ॲडव्होकेट नरेंद्र सावेकर, पाणवलीचे आमदार कॅप्टन विन्सी वेगास, त्या असोसिएशनचे अध्यक्ष पाब्यालसिन डी सिल्वा, मुंबईच्यान खास या कार्यक्रमा खातीर ज्यांनी त्रास घेतले, जो कार्यक्रम आयोजीत केलो ते आमचे डेप्युटी DGC कॅप्टन डॅनियल जोसेफ, माचेर उपस्थित मिस्टर श्रीवास्तवा, मिस्टर लुईस गोम्स, कॅप्टन जयसन, कॅप्टन तुषार, आमचे फ्रेंड बाब फ्रँक वेगस, चीफ इंजिनियर बाबू वाज, समोर बशिल्ले सगळे मान्यवर, सगळे असोसिएशनाचे सगळे मेंबर, कॅडेट, भावनो आणि भयणीनो, खूप बरें दिसता की आजच्या कार्यक्रमाक उपस्थित रावपाक. ज्या मिनिस्ट्रीचे काम म्हजे कडेन आसा त्या मिनिस्ट्रीचो कार्यक्रम हो जाता आणि मिनिस्ट्री अशाच पद्दतीन सीफेरर्स आसतले जे दर्याचेर काम करतात त्या संदर्भात एक वेगळे तरेचे रिलेशन, वेगळे तरेचे नाते मिनिस्ट्रीचे आणि तुमचे आमचे आसा आणि ह्याच रिलेशनान आमकां फुडें वचूंक जाय. म्हाका ही जी थीम आसा सीफेरर्स कनेक्ट आणि आमी हम साथ साथ है, होच मोटो घेवन आमकां सगळ्यांक फुडें वचपाक जाय. आमी सगळे जॉब करताच, तातूंत वैयक्तीक कुटुंबाचे फायदो हो आसाच आसा, परंतु देशाची आर्थीक वेवस्था बळकट करपाक, देशाक खंय तरी देशाची स्थिती मजबूत करपाक सुद्दां तुमचो खूब मोठो वांटो आसा अशें म्हाका सांगन दिसता. तुमकां खबर आसा गेल्या 3-4 म्हयने पयलीं शिपिंग मिनिस्ट्रीन ग्लोबल मॅरिटायम समीट घेतले. जवळजवळ 40 कंट्री तातूंत सहभागी जाल्ल्यो आनी खुबश्यो गोश्टी खुबशे एग्रीमेंट MOUs तातूंतल्यान जाले की ह्या शिपिंग इंडस्ट्रीक खंय तरी फुडें व्हरपाक. आनी त्याच माध्यमांतून सगळे बारीक सारके विचार शिपिंग इंडस्ट्री कशी फुडें वचची, आमचे जे सीफेरर आसात तांकां बेनिफीट खंयचे पद्दतीन जावचो, हे सगळे विचार तातूंतल्यान निश्चितपणे जाले. आनी त्याच पद्दतीन केंद्र सरकार आसतलें, त्याच बरोबर राज्य सरकार सुद्दां ह्या इंडस्ट्रीक मदत करपाक सदांच फुडें राविल्ले आसा. आज गोंयांत आमी सगळे भाग्यवान आसात की गोंय एक समुद्राच्या किनाऱ्याचेर आसा आनी शिपिंग हो आमच्या सगळ्यांचो पुर्वजांचो धंदो. म्हाका दिसता फाटल्या काळांत सुद्दां जास्तीत जास्त सीफेरर जे आशिल्ले ते सीफेरर हे गोंयच्यान वताले, ऑफिसर जावन वताले. आनीकय ताका खूब स्कोप आसा. त्या स्कोप फुडें व्हरपा खातीर आमी सगळ्यांनी अशाच पद्दतीन सगळ्यांक खंय तरी ह्या जॉबाची हें आसा, जे म्हयम जो आसा, ज्या जॉबाची जी महती जी आसा ती जर सांगली जाल्यार आज आनी खुबशे ह्या इंडस्ट्रीक वचूंक शकतात आनी आपले कुटुंबाचें पालन पोशण बरे रितीन करूंक सोदतात. आनी म्हाका दिसता अशें तातूंतल्यान सरकारी वेगवेगळ्या माध्यमांतून प्रयत्न करता, शिपिंग मिनिस्ट्री तातूंतल्यान प्रयत्न करता. मूळ मुद्दो की एक डिफेन्स असो एक भाग आसा की तातूंतल्यान गोंयचे खुबशे लोक कमी वतात. पूण ती जनजागृती करपाचें काम सुद्दां आमकां सगळ्यांक करपाक जाय. त्याच पद्दतीन शिपिंगाक इतलो स्कोप आसा आनी गोंयाचें एक वेगळेपण तातूंत, ह्या शिपिंग इंडस्ट्री गोंयचें एक वेगळेपण आमकां दाखयल्लें आसा की आमचो जो हांगसरलो सीफेरर कॅडेट आसतलो किंवा ऑफिसर आसतलो, इंजिनियर आसतलो, ताजें जें कितें कंट्रिब्युशन, ताजें वागडे आसतले, ताजी डिसिप्लीन आसतली, हे खंय तरी जगांक ताजी नोंद घेतली वता. अशे खूब इन्सिडंट्स आमकां खूब जाणांनी सांगिल्ले आसात. आनी म्हणून तातूंत वाड करप, ह्या धंद्याक सगळ्यांक फुडें व्हरप हें आमचें सगळ्यांचें अजून काम आसतलें. आनी तेच उदरगत ह्या हातूंत गेले नंतर आमची गोंयची, आमच्या देशाची उदरगत खंय तरी आनी इल्लीशी फुडें आमी व्हरूंक शकतले. हांगा पोर्ट आसात, देशांतले आमचे मेजर 12 पोर्ट आसात. सांगपाक म्हणल्यार की सीफेरर्सांक जे काही फेसिलिटी मेळूंक जाय त्यो अजून पर्यंत खंय तरी मातशे कमी पडटाले. पूण आमी सगळ्यांनी ठरोवन घेतलें आसा की पयलो एक सीफेरर फेसिलिटी दिवपाक सगळे तरेच्यो, जेन्ना ते हाका आसतात बोटीचेर आसतात जेन्ना ते देंवतात खंयच्या पोर्टाचेर, ते सगळे तरेचे फेसिलिटी उबे करपाचें काम आमी सुरू केल्लें आसा. आनी JNPT हें पयलें सेंटर, ताचें इनॉग्रेशन ताचे बेगिना बेगीन ऑलरेडी जाल्लें आसा. त्याच बरोबर मुरगांव पोर्टाकय अशे तरेचे हे जवळ 12 पोर्टाचे मेजर आमचे पोर्ट आसात, तातूंत ही फेसिलिटी उबे करपाचें काम आमी केल्लें आसा. त्याच बरोबर ह्या ह्या सीफेरराच्या हातूंतल्यान सुद्दां वेगळे वेगळे ल्हान कोर्स आमी गोंयांत ट्युरिजम डिपार्टमेंटाच्या माध्यमांतून एक करंजळे गेले 2014 एक इन्स्टिट्यूट आमी हाडिल्लें. ते ऑलरेडी तशें कंप्लीट जाल्लें, पूण ताचें फॉर्मल इनॉग्रेशन जावंक जाय आशिल्लें, परंतु ते डिले जालो. परंतु ते आतां आमचे जे प्रायम मिनिस्टर येतले त्यांच्या हातान ह्या इन्स्टिट्यूटाचें इनॉग्रेशन येणाऱ्या 6 तारखेक जातलें, मडगांवच्यानच जातलें. आनी तातूंतल्यान ल्हान जे कोर्स आहात ते कोर्स म्हणजे सीफेरराचे बरोबरूच काम करपाचे जे कोर्स आहात तातूंतल्यान हे सुरू जाल्ले आसात. ताजोय म्हाका दिसता गोंयकारांनी आपलो हे घेवंक जाय. सादारण अनेक अडचणी आमच्या आसात, सीफेरराच्या आसात. डॉक्टर वेंजी आमचे कॅप्टन मिन्से वेगासान काही सजेशन्स, काही डिमांड हांगा केल्ले आसात, ते बरोबर आसात. त्या संदर्भात आज उलयलें की आमी एक दीस बसून त्या संदर्भात विचार करून जे गोष्टी आसात त्यो सीफेररांक जेन्ना ताचे गरजेचे आहात ताचेर आमी विचार करूंकूच जाय आनी ताका सोल्युशन आमी निश्चितपणे दिवंकूच जाय. आनी ह्याच माध्यमांतून आमकां सगळ्यांक सीफेरर कशे पद्दतीच्यो बऱ्यो सगळ्यो ह्यो मेळटल्यो ह्या बाबतीन आमी सगळे विचार करुया आनी ते फुडें व्हरुया. एक गोष्ट नवीन उपलब्ध जाल्ली आसा, जशें नरेंद्रबाब सावयकारान विशय म्हणजे मेंटल हेल्थाच्या संदर्भात मांडलो. तुमकां सांगूंक सोदता की एक बरो उपाय ह्या वेळेचेर गेल्या कोविड-19च्या काळान आमी 2 वर्सां खूब जाणांनी त्रास काडले आनी तांकां सपोर्ट राज्य सरकारान केंद्र सरकारान बरो सपोर्ट तुमकां सगळ्यांक केल्लो हे कोण अमान्य करची ना. त्याच बरोबर जेन्ना आयुष मिनिस्ट्री म्हाजे कडेन आशिल्ली, हे सगळे मेंटल स्ट्रेस जो आहे तो कशा पद्दतीन कमी करप ह्या संदर्भात आमी एक योगा प्रोटोकॉल केल्लो आनी तो योगा प्रोटोकॉल आमी सगळे हातून मिनिस्ट्रींक खंय तरी सर्क्युलेट केल्लो आनी ताचे प्रमाणे जेणे जेणे तो एडॉप्ट केलो तातूंत खुबसो रिलीफ मेळ्ळो. म्हणून हांव सगळ्यांक विनंती करता, तुमी कितले म्हयन्यान भायर आसतात आनी साहजीक आसा, शेवटी आमी मनीस आसात आनी हातूंतल्यान आमी मेंटली स्ट्रॉंग जावपा खातीर योगा एक बरें माध्यम आसा आनी तें हांव तुमकां सगळ्यांक अपील करता की इवन दैनंदीन जिवनात रुटीन हातूंतल्यान सुद्दां तुमी फक्त 15 मिनटां किंवा अर्द वर जर योगा प्राणायाम हे जर थोडेशें हे केलें तर निश्चितपणे तुमकां मेंटल हेल्थ तुमच्या राखपाक खरोखर एक आदार मेळटलो आनी ते तुमी सगळे करचे. नवीन कॅडेट हांगा आसात, नवीन ऑफिसर फुडें जातले आनी त्या हातूंतल्यान तुमी हे करचे अशें हांव सगळे कडेन विनंती करता. हे कॉन्फरन्स जें आसा हे कॉन्फरन्स निश्चितपणे हांगा जातले. तुमकां वेगवेगळे हातूंतल्यान तुमकां एक बरे विचार आयकूंक मेळटले, तुमचे फ्युचर कशे पद्दतीन मजबूत करप त्या संदर्भात तुमकां गायडन्स हांगा मेळटलें. एकच विशय जो आसा त्या संदर्भात हांव तुमचे कडेन तो विशय दवरता की आज जे काही इस्रायल आनी हाची वार जाली हमासाची, त्या हातूंतल्यान ताजे इफेक्ट अजुनूय आमकां पळोवंक मेळटात. आमच्या काही शिपाचेर त्या एरियेक अटॅक जातात. त्या संदर्भात सरकारान ठाम भुमिका घेतली आसा आनी सगळे तरेची मदत जी आसा ह्या सीफेररांक आनी ज्यो आसात शिप्स जे आसात तांकां प्रोटेक्ट करपा लागून आमचे डिफेन्स मिनिस्ट्री, नेव्ही हे प्रामुख्यान फुडें आसा आनी तांणी सगळे तरेचो सपोर्ट दिवपाचें ठरयिल्लें आसा. ह्या संदर्भात येणाऱ्या 13 तारखेक DGCN आनी मिनिस्ट्रीन DGCAक सांगला की एक कॉन्फरन्स कॉल करून सगळ्यांक सीफेररांक आपोवन तांचे व्ह्यूज घेवन कशे पद्दतीन हातूंतल्यान आमी फुडें वचपाक जाय आनी ताचेर कशे पद्दतीन उपाय तुमचे सगळ्यांची मतां घेवपा लागून एक मुंबय आमी एक मोठे तरेची कॉन्फरन्स दवरलेले आसा 13 तारखेक. म्हाका दिसता त्या हातूंतल्यान बऱ्योचश्यो गोश्टी आमकां जाग्यार उडोवपाक मदत जातली. सादारण आजचे हो जो कितें प्रयोग आज जाला डिसिजन जे कितें हें कॉन्फरन्स आज तुमकां लागून दवरलेलें आसा, हांव खास करून आमचे डेप्युटी DG डॅनियल बाब हांकां देव बरें करूं म्हणटा की ताणें एक असो एकदम अपरायट ऑफिसर जे केन्नाय म्हणजे प्रॉम्प्ट ऑफिसर केन्नाय कितें सांगलें की लोकांच्या बऱ्या खातीर सीफेराच्या बऱ्या खातीर ताजें एक्शन व्हेरी फास्ट आसता आनी तो सगळ्यांक मदत करपाक सदांच फुडें आसता. त्या खातीर हांव जास्त वेळ न घेता ह्या जो कार्यक्रमाचो फायदो तुमी सगळ्यांनी घेवचो आनी जास्तीत जास्त हाच्या फुडें गोंयांत कशे पद्दतीन आमचे ऑफिसर तयार जातले आनी सीफेरर तयार जातले त्या हातूंतल्यान आमी आमच्या गोंयांक सुद्दां खंय तरी सगळे तरेन बळकट जातले इतलें सांगता. आनी जी काही मदत शिपिंग मिनिस्ट्री कडल्यान लागतली, DGCA कडल्यान लागतली ती मदत आमी सदांच तुमचे बरोबर आसतले. जशें घोशणा आसा आमचो साथ आमी आसात बरोबर आनीक बाकी जे कोण आसात तांकांय फुडें एकटे हाडपाक सगळीं केंद्र सरकार राज्य सरकार एकत्र जावन आमी साथ काम करुया आनी ह्या देशाची उदरगत करुया. आजच्या ह्या शुभ प्रसंगी तुमकां सगळ्यांक धन्यवाद दिता. मागीर 2 उतरां सोंपयता. देव बरें करूं.
तुमच्या मोलादीक उतरां खातीर देव बरें करूं सर. एक सुंदर अशी टॅगलायन आसा, हम साथ साथ हैं, आनी म्हाका दिसता ह्या टॅगलायनीक अनुसरून सगळी कोर टीम हांगा एकठांय जावपाक जाय. आय रिक्वेस्ट चीफ इंजिनियर लार्सन डिसा, चीफ इंजिनियर निक्सन गोम्स, कॅप्टन निरंजन डिगामा, कॅप्टन रायन सिक्वेरा, चीफ इंजिनियर भास्कर रिवणकर तशेंच कॅप्टन सिडनी डिमेलो हांणी माचयेर येवचें आनी ह्या टॅगलायनीक अनुसरून हम साथ साथ हैं ताका अनुसरून एक सुंदर असो फोटो हांगा जावपाक जाय. अ राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज टू द कोर टीम. Yes, holding hands with all the dignitaries. सगळ्यां खातीर जोरदार ताळयो जावपाक जाय. तशेंच a round of applause to Jason De Silva also. Karan, in his role as a president of Goa Maritime Officers Association, Captain Jason diligently dedicates his time even amidst a hectic schedule to uplift the association and enhance the well-being of the maritime community in Goa as a whole. तांचे खातीर जोरदार ताळयो काडपाक जाय कारण तांच्या मार्गदर्शनाखाला हे सगळे आयज हो सुवाळो हांगा घडून आयला. आता हांगा एक प्रेजेंटेशन आसतलें ल्हानशें ताजे उपरांत ओपन फोरम आसतलो. आय कायंडली रिक्वेस्टिंग ऑल द डिग्नेटरीज कारण तांणी सकयल बसून हें प्रेजेंटेशन पळोवपाचें ताचो आस्वाद घेवचो. आयज आमच्या मदीं हांगा उपस्थित आसात कॅप्टन डॅनियल जोसेफ. अ राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज टू कॅप्टन डॅनियल जोसेफ. तांच्या खातीर जोरदार ताळयो जावपाक जाय कारण खास मुंबयच्यान ते हांगा आयल्यात. प्रेझेंटली पोस्टेड एज अ मर्कंटाईल मरीन डिपार्टमेंट मुंबय अँड इन्वॉल्वड इवन रजिस्ट्रेशन अँड mortgages engagement and discharges of Indian flagships, including survey activities such as Port State Control Service, flag state inspections, statutory surveys such as SEQ, SAF, CON, SRT, IOPC, MLC, ISPS, SMC, DOC, etc. A round of applause to Sir Daniel Joseph. कोविड-19 सारकेल्या संकश्टाच्या वेळार जहाज येरादारी आणि बंदराचें काम सुरळीत चालू उरचें हाची खात्री करपाक, अडचणी उणो करपाक आणि लॉकडावनाच्या काळात पुराय निर्बंधांक पाळो दिवन डीजी शिपिंग कोविड-19 सेल प्रभारीचो एक भाग म्हण पावलां उबारपाक तांणी फुडाकार घेतलो. तांच्या ह्या योगदानाक आमचो सलाम.
Thank you, madam, for the kind introduction. By the way, it is good afternoon now, 12 o'clock. I need a promise from you all before I start this small presentation. You want me to talk in English or Hindi? It is mixed. English, okay, good. So I'll start my presentation in English. If you want some part to be repeated in Hindi, I will speak in Hindi. And I need a promise from everybody that whatever I am going to show here, each one has to promise that whoever is watching in the online also to promise that they will circulate this to at least minimum 10 groups and 10 people. You all agree? Yes, thank you. My motto here is, हम साथ साथ तो है, but each soul at sea is important. Okay? Each soul at sea is precious. The rate with which I am getting news and updates of the alleged suicide or missing from the sea is alarming. Even today, when I was coming here, I got a call message from the DGCOM center that one person has jumped overboard and missing. So, on an average, it is almost 5 persons per month. This is very, very serious and alarming. So that's why the Directorate General of Shipping, under the leadership of our DG Shipping, Shri Shyam Jagannathan. We have started this Muhim concept of going everywhere and promoting about this aspect which I am going to show now. Okay. This presentation I'll be sharing to all the association members, the representatives. Please ensure that this is circulated everywhere so that people in need get this. These numbers are confidential and a few numbers are multilingual, so you get in different languages. By the way, I'm not promoting any union or association here. As the tagline madam has told many times, it is hum saath saath hai. Hum log sab saath saath hai. So you see, normally the functions, if you see, it is only one union is promoting. But you see, our Shripad Naik ji has come, the son of the soil. With him, all the union members are there. It is not only one union here. It is all the union together. Why they are here? It is because of your cause. It is because of you. Captain De Silva was asking me, sir, who will be the hero of the program? He was telling, sir, you will be the hero of the program, you will be the center. I told, no, the hero of the program is the seafarer. The seafarers, salute to seafarers, you are the heroes. Okay, so the hero is seafarers and we are here to support the seafarer. So by the way, I told you very clearly, we are all together. These numbers are well established and available. Please note down. Please take a pic if you have a camera. Please utilize these numbers. These numbers are confidential. Okay? And your things will be not put up in open domain. It will be all confidential. This is promoted by NUSI Sahara. This is psychological helpline. By the way, I am not a doctor. I am not a psychologist, but I have become half psychologist attending to Seafarers call. So we have started this Muhim where we can guide you to the respective correct numbers when you are in stress. There are a lot of young budding seafarers. Please note, seafarer profession is very, very challenging and you will feel lonely. Trust me, you will feel lonely. And when you feel lonely, these numbers are available. Please utilize these numbers. There is one more number. This is also available in WhatsApp chat. It is promoted by ITF FSUIC call. On call on WhatsApp. Nowadays, every ship has internet. So if you feel you are not able to call, you can WhatsApp this number. Okay, please note down. This is also available free of cost and confidential. Confidentiality is maintained. So don't think that I'm not, mental well-being is something different. You don't think that if you call, people will think that you are some kind of psycho or mental. No, it is not like that. Please understand. Mental well-being is supporting you. Maybe you are in stress and you need some kind of support. Please understand, mental well-being is not telling you you are mental. So please have this concept very clear. Mental well-being is for the support when you are in distress. There are expert psychologists who are assisting, who are manning these numbers, who will support you, who will guide you, what has to be done. There are other way arounds also. 2 days back, I got a call, I got a SMS, WhatsApp, and that person is telling anything happens, it is the XYZ chief engineer is responsible. Then we told the company and found out that person was drunk, and he was drunk, he was out of his senses and sending messages everywhere. So this also happens. But we want to be on the safer side, at least that seafarer, when he is drunk, at least he doesn't go overboard. Then imagine, NRI Commissioner Saath was telling, I'm telling you, if it happens, the missing case, it is a nightmare for everybody, for the family, for the authorities, for the people who are handling on ship. It will not give you any solution. Please mind this. You will think on a moment of spur and jump overboard. Because trust me, the sea is very, very open. You will feel lonely and it is very, very instantaneous. You might be thinking, I'm telling you again and again this. Trust me, I'm seeing cases where people are missing and after some time, 3 or 4 days, we get body. And let me tell you, it is nightmare to get these bodies back to India. Different countries have different regulations and it is very, very difficult. But thanks to our Honorable PM and his initiative, the entire world is recognizing the efforts of our Indian community. So we get support from the other countries, but trust me, it is very, very difficult. Different countries have different regulations. They may even get it burial done. So it is very, very difficult. Trust me. So it will not solve any solution. It will not give you solutions. Please be very careful. Please think about your family. And also I can see many families here. The first trigger point will be the family will be getting. So as you know, your wife or your children or your daughter, your son, anything happens, what? Papa kyun aaj? What happened? Wife will tell you what happened. They will ask you because they know something is happening with you. Now better? So the family is somebody's mobile. The family is the first point where you will get alert. So please be aware of these numbers, family also. It is not only for seafarers. When you find your husband or your brother or your sister on ship is giving this kind of symptoms, please call these numbers. Please get assistance. Please call up. Unfortunately, we don't get calls. We are here to get your calls. We don't get calls. But now we are getting continuous calls. That is another thing. But we are here to receive your calls. Please understand this. Okay. 10 calls which are fictitious or whatever the reason may be. But we don't want one important call to go missing where the seafarers really needs assistance. There is one more number, Sailors Society. This is also available in chat. So you can use these numbers for calling. This is operated by ISWAN, Seafarers Helpline. So this is also available on chat and direct numbers available 24/7. Then this is the number of DGCOM, the so-called Mercantile Marine Domain Awareness Center, MMDAC. This was inaugurated by our Honorable PM. This center is in Mumbai, now Bhavan. It is manned by officers 24/7 and they track the ships by long-range identification tracking system. These numbers are available 24/7. People are manning and available. You can see the numbers and email ID. So please make note of these numbers when there is some kind of casualty incident on board. And if you feel that seafarer is in trouble and he needs assistance, you can convey it to this number. This this person will relay it to the concerned authorities and concerned helpline numbers. I hope I have impacted what is required and I have shared this number. I will share with everyone. Please ensure these numbers are shared with everyone. This is my email ID. If you don't get any response from anyone, you can email to me also. That was the first agenda for the day. The second agenda for the day is related to the incidents happening in Red Sea. Please note, the Government of India and DG Shipping, through the help of Indian Navy and the other collaborations of other countries' naval forces, have deployed forces at Red Sea for supporting the seafarers' cause. Also, DG Shipping has come up with extensive consultation with stakeholders and have come with 2 important circulars which are available in DG website. It is for all RPs agencies, all ship owners to comply with that. Basically, as you know, it is all the Israeli Connect. So, the companies have to self-introspect and have a proper risk assessment to analyze if there are these suspected connects, and if there are, they should avoid this route or use the support of the naval forces. Please be very careful. It is through the medium of the Sailor today, I want to impress upon this that it is for the ship owners and the RPS agencies to have a proper risk assessment and an analysis of the risk associated with the ship owners and charterers connection, which is related to Israeli Connect. Also, there is a program, workshop, a detailed, extensive workshop is going to be held on 13th February 2024 in Mumbai. The exact venue and locations will be shared in subsequent court. Please, I request the unions and media to promote this so that more people can come and deliberate on this important burning issue. So this was the second agenda for the day. The third agenda for the day is related to localized seafarers issues related to the Portuguese passport. I am aware that because I come from Pondicherry, where we get the colony related to French passport. So it is very easy to get. As Goa was earlier with Portuguese, so there are provisions available for obtaining the Portuguese passport. I am okay with it. I support your whatever will and wish to change over the nationality and get other passport or OCI or whatever card you are going to get associated with Portuguese. Please understand, if you are a seafarer, you have an Indian CDC. So, as you change your nationality or you change your passport or your card related to Portuguese, please be careful. There is a requirement as per the CDC rules that Indian CDC has to be surrendered. So please be careful. You have to think on those lines and get the associated CDC for that country, preferably from Portugal or from some other country. And you must be aware that your profile or all are connected to your master checker. Okay, so these will be reflected in your master checker. But if you don't have Indian CDC, your CDC has to be reflected in the master checker. If you don't reflect it in the master checker, the verification of the CDC is difficult, because Indian CDC, the authenticity can be easily verified. I hope I'm clear and making you understand what it is. So there are difficulties when you change your passport. So please be very careful. When you change your passport, you have to be ready for all these things. You have to surrender the surrender the CDC with the concerned shipping master wherever you have obtained your CDC from, because it is Indian CDC. Right? This is the third issue. The fourth issue, भूल गया अभी मैं, बताइए कुछ है और anything else you want me to touch up upon? There is one more thing related to master checker issues. That is related to sign-off issues. As I told you, I keep getting calls and messages and emails that I have 10 days crossed and I am not getting signed off. See, if your owner or your RPS agency is a good agency and you have been with that company for long, so please have some patience. Okay, I'm sorry to say this, but my fellow colleagues of younger generation, the patience factor is missing. So please cooperate with the owners. Imagine what will happen if you try to create trouble and try to call up union, call up authorities. See, you have involved everybody. Okay, sabko bula liya aapne. You have called everybody. So what happens? Ultimately, you sign off. Then what will happen? The owner, ship owner, he is sitting somewhere else. What he will think? Indian. He will always create trouble. So please understand, you are carrying the brand image of India flag on your chest when you are outside country. So please carry your brand image of India properly. You should have pride in working when you are working on ships. Please be careful. You, for one instance, will affect the employment opportunities of your fellow Indian seafarers. Please be very careful when you are demanding for sign-off unless and until it is real emergency. So please cooperate with the owners. Please cooperate with the RPS agencies. They are your company. No? They are your company. You have been sailing with them. If they don't understand, who else will understand? So they are understanding you. You also understand them. Please support the cause of owners so that you can have your brand image of India seafarers viable all over world. People will like Indians. Okay, they are cooperative. They have patience. They can stay on ships for more time. They are cooperative. I don't want to name the other XYZ nationality, but the popularity of Indian officers and ratings they are technically very strong. But the impulsive nature is causing trouble, They are very, very emotional. I don't blame. We are very emotional and impulsive. But we need to control on this and always think India first. Okay. So when you think of India, because shipping is global. You are not working in India. You are working all over. You don't know where you are working, which owner it is. So imagine if he has 50 ships and one Indian gives a trouble, he will think, okay, remove all this, get other nationalities. Ships will run. So please be very careful. All our seniors and us have got this brand image, and it is up to you now to take this brand image further forward. Okay? With patience and all the support giving to the ship owners and the community. When you sign on and sign off, can somebody connect this to master checker? Is it possible? Net? There is one very important aspect which I have noted. This is the last thing which I want to emphasize. So when you sign on, everybody knows your profile, how to go in your profile, DG Shipping. Yes, very good. So get inside your profile. In your e-governance, you have your endorsed number followed by your password. So सबका password endorsed number +1 है. So सबको मालूम है ये. So please be very careful. First suggestion for you, immediately change your password. Anybody can hack and get into your system and do anything. So default password, कितने पास का +1 है? सबके पास होगा. है कि नहीं? Change कीजिए. You go outside from here, first thing you should do is change your password. Nobody should know your password because entire thing is inside. Okay? So once you get inside your with your password, once you get inside your credentials and you get inside your system, there are various menus. In that menu, there is a Sea Service tab. Have you seen? Yes. So please ensure, because we have put this system of e-migrate where the chori wori hota tha, people used to go somewhere and don't go on ships and you should do all this kind of natak, you know. So for that, stopping of that, we introduced this e-migrate system. So company will e-migrate, give you one reference. That number will be reflected in your form 1. With that, when you go to an immigration counter, the immigration officer will verify that number. He is the correct person, CDC number, and verifying you that you are a seafarer. Then he will allow you to e-migrate from the country. As soon as you go, now on ships, you know everywhere internet is there. Please check your system that your sign-on is done by your company within 1 week. Because there is a time limit of 15 days. अगर 15 days के अंदर नहीं किया है, तो the system will get locked. So you have to ensure and you have to be behind the company to tell and ensure. Okay? Because company has 100 ships. You are one of the seafarer. So they might miss out. Especially to cruise line industries. If you are people there listening to me, cruise line industries, I get every day at least 100 queries for sign-on and sign-off entries missed out. Why? Because the company has a system, but the seafarer has to be proactive and check and inform the company. Normally what happens, you think, okay, ho gaya, koi nahi, mere ko sea time ka koi problem nahi hai. I don't want this sea time. I have gone on board. And then when I come back, what happens? You cannot join the next ship. You cannot join the next ship because what will happen? You will have trouble because you cannot join the next ship when your e-migrate is not done. So please be careful. Ensure your master checker is correctly entered. So these are the 4 agenda which I wanted to highlight. Now it is open to the open forum if anybody has questions. SID, anybody has any issues with SID? You can ask. Now it is open. Let's have question. It is.
We have an open forum. जांका कोणांकिरे प्रश्न असत, समस्या असत, जाल्यार तुम्ही ते विचारपाक शकतात.
I request to tell your name and who are you, which company you are sailing, so that we know. So please start with your name, your company.
My name is Siva Kumar. I was working for Norwegian Cruise Line. The problem with the SID is many of them are applying for SID and it doesn't come to them on time. And until unless the company is not issuing a separate letter special to the DG Shipping, they don't send it. So this is the problem many of them facing.
Okay, thank you for your question, Shiva. See, this SID is as per the requirement of SID convention. Okay, so there was a requirement that especially the countries which have ratified this convention, so that country if you go, there you need this SID. So Brazil is one of the country where definitely you require this. Okay. So what happened earlier, we had clarified that there will be a separate counter for people who wants to join in Brazilian ports. Because without that, you will not get okay to board and join the ship. So we were doing on a double quick time. Then later, there were so many centers opened up, and let me tell you, many seafarers, still we don't make it mandatory, don't go and approach for the SID. So we made it mandatory for some period of time, whereby all MMD services will be stopped till you do your SID. Then later on, when we saw everybody is aware of this and coming for this SID, we ensured that mandatory provision was removed. So now it is not mandatory to get MMD services SID. SID is only for the country where it is required and ratified. Now coming to your question of SID thing, there were teething issues and technical issues, but it has been worked out and we are working on a war footing now. We have maintained a proper monitoring Excel sheet. Wherever the query, if you see BSID, there is an email. If you get an email, that email is monitored and within 24 hours you will get a response. Okay? And I have few other questions related to SID which I want to tell you. See, there are issues with the bill desk and payment. See, because many people will be applying on the same time, so the payment goes to the bill desk. So it takes some time from the bill desk to get it credited in the account, the amount. But what happens, till the bill desk confirmation doesn't come, the seafarer does 2-3 times payment. So what happens, entire thing gets hanged. And till the payment issue is not clear, it will not get cleared. So now we have analyzed the problem, what is happening. The main problem is this only. As I told you, the patience is key here. So you make the payment, if there is an error, something happens, you have to wait. But that is not, as a seafarer, I was also very eager to get this thing, MMD thing done, So you will be excited to do it again. Arey, 700 rupiya hai, dobara kar lete hain. But that is a trouble. So what happens, that first payment is pending on your indos. The second one is also goes and it is also hitting there and waiting. So this is an error. Now 2 payment ho gaya. So now we have to tell them to revert back the first payment. So there are challenges. So bank, if you go, if you know, they take at least 14 days to verify and send. That's the problem where it happens. The maximum problem we have analyzed is related to payments. So I request through the media to pass it on, to have patience on making payment. When there is an error, to please wait till the payment is credited. And other issues are there which we are attending on day-to-day, daily basis. I hope I have clarified your... Thank you. Anybody has any other issue?
So regarding SID only. Yeah, myself, Dwayne Rodrigues, I'm a second engineer sailing with Anglo. I've misplaced my SID card. Do we need it personally, a hard copy, or the number is fine from the site?
No, you need a hard copy, because it is with your retina and other things. So it will be a chip card. Have you seen a SID?
No, sir, I have misplaced mine. I've applied for a duplicate one.
Oh, duplicate. Okay.
Yeah. But I have not got any feedback again. Might be because of the payment it is pending.
Payment must be the issue. So you can note down the BSID ID, email ID, which is there in the BSID website. Yes. Please write to them and meet me after the meeting. Okay. I will personally follow up also. Okay.
Hello. Myself, Gajanan Bhosle, Chief Engineer. Sir, I have a issue. I'm holding a UK COC, and for renewal process, I'm finding it a little lengthy.
What renewal? Can you be specific?
Certificate of endorsement for Indian equivalent.
COE.
COE.
Okay. So there are, so normally what happens, because other MMDs also does it, but the process is tedious, hence it is done centrally in MMD Mumbai. Because I should not be telling you this, because our Indian Master Mariners we have to give first preference. Okay. So second preference is to UK COC and the equivalent COC. So the purpose is you are going to sail on Indian ships, correct? That is what you want the COE.
Yes.
So there are requirements that when you join, in addition to the tonnage requirement, we have told for a master, a cadet has to join with you, and for a chief engineer, a trainee marine engineer has to join. That requirement has to be fulfilled. Why? Because we want to, there are two purposes of this. One is to encourage and improve our training berth and politely tell you that take it easy. We want Indian seafarers, but we are not telling that UK COC will not take. But this is the process. The other thing which is involved is the verification of your COC. Because you have done from UK, so that has to be verified by the agencies which are checking your COC. So that's why it is taking time, but the process is simple. So what happens if the documents are everything in order and your company submits the document, if you are having that IML course or you have been sailing for 12 months in last 5 years, so then you don't need the IML course. There is a checklist requirement given. You fulfill the checklist. Within 1 day, you will get the COE interim certificate. And then it goes to DG. Then DG say it is issued for 5 years. So it takes time. This is the process for the UK COE.
So renewal process should be little streamlined. Let it be online and payment also online, and let the COC come home. Like,
so this,
same like CDC,
this is a
how we are
good suggestion. I agree. This will be incorporated in the new e-governance system which is going to be published shortly. Because the system is the old one. We have to run with the old system which is there at present. I hope I have answered your query.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Captain Desmond Ferrao. I've been associated with Anglo-Eastern and now with JM Bakshi at Vasco. So my question to you is, this Portuguese nationality, what you said, that Puducherry is having a dual nationality with France. So suppose Goa gets this dual nationality, do we still need to surrender the CDC?
That you should have asked when Naik Sab was there. That we will think. It is a policy decision. Once it comes, then we will think what has to be done. Because I don't think it can be done so easily. Because that country has to agree, this legislation department has to agree, this country has to agree. There are a lot of intricacies, legal intricacies in that. So, but it is a good welcome suggestion which you want to have apple and oranges both in your hands. So we'll see. If you can have this promoted, then we can work out on the policy that we will take on the next step.
Yes, sir. One more question I have. This now we are talking about the age of 4G to 5G, and almost all houses in Goa have Wi-Fi. But in the shipping industry, there are still some companies which don't provide internet facilities. Even though the internet facilities are there, but the speed is too less. There is some data allocation. So I just wanted MUI, NUSI, if they can include internet facility in the CBA. Is that possible?
That is good. That is for the unions to take it up on this matter. If you want, you can answer on that.
Thank you, sir. In our latest CBA, that internet provision for internet is already been implemented. It is a MLC provisions. It is a mandatory as MLC provision. So internet is the provision of internet on board the ship is already provided. In the latest CBA, if you go see on board, you will find it.
Thank you. And one more last one.
Thank you for good question. Just I want to add something which I just remembered after your thing and what CBA part, the NUSI representative said. Please understand, there is something called CBA, all budding seafarers and all people who are listening here. This is a very, very important document which is called as Collective Bargaining Agreement. So, when you join a ship, you have SCA. What is SCA? Seafarers Employment Agreement, which gives the terms and condition. Okay? And if you see this SCA, it will refer many things, reference to the CBA, reference to the CBA, death compensation, reference to CBA, this compensation, reference to CBA, sign off, reference to CBA. But if you ask the seafarer, have you seen the CBA? No. So please ensure, whenever you are joining next, to ask for the CBA and refer, because all these terms and conditions are given in your CBA. And it is your preference when you agree on the dotted line that minimum requirement is given by the unions, which they have fought with the people and come up with this agreement, right? But it is your duty to refer to the CBA and what it is, how much overtime, how much work, how much rest, how much payment, what is the misconduct, how much notice for sign off. These all things are mentioned in the CBA. So please make sure you look your CBA. It is different for different flag and different for different countries. And whichever owner has given you that ship will have a CBA. So please make sure that you refer to your CBA. That is your rights. And I know seafarers don't look after their CBA. Okay. Third
one, last one. Now, as you mentioned the mental well-being, can you tell us something about the shore leave part of it, especially in Indian ports? Because
very good question. Okay, I was trying to avoid this, but as you have raised this, I will give you answers. So we are working on this. You want to talk?
Just in that question of this, what he said on internet, we have a book and all the ships with MLC. So all these clauses are mentioned, and now it is, as per MLC, it's a mandatory thing which they have to give. So I'll request all seafarers, when they have the time on board, please refer to that MLC books, and you'll find all your queries are more or less solved in.
And as you said, in addition to that, I will add up. If you see MLC provisions, they have Code A and Code B.
Yes.
Code A of MLC provisions are mandatory. Code B provisions of MLC are guidelines. These internet facilities, how much it should be, what it should be, everything is given in the guidelines. But India has gone one step ahead because we are the champions of labor causes. So we have made mandatory the provisions of rule Code B also. Okay, so India is one step ahead. So the owners cannot tell you, if you are going on Indian ships, that it is only guideline, because we have made this guidelines also mandatory. Right. Now coming to the shore leave issue. My DG, Director General of Shipping, Shyam Jagannathan ji, is very, very vocal and very, very proactive on this. This is on his top agenda for getting this thing resolved. Let me tell you, all major ports shore leaves are granted in India. After our series of efforts and circulars and extensive stakeholders consultation, we have ensured all ports, major ports, are having this. There are non-major ports which are private ports and state ports, which are governed by the local state. Okay. There they may have immigration facilities or not have immigration facilities. Okay. So there are challenges. So what will happen in such state, they will give it to the nearest other major port where the immigration authority is there. They will be responsible for issuing. So it will take some time. But what has happened, so we have worked very closely with the FRROs, all FRROs, who are the authorities for granting of this passport and shore leave issues matter. These FRROs, I have met recently the FRRO, Mr. Chandrasekhar, he is director of the FRROs in Mumbai. So he takes care of Maharashtra and the Goa region. Okay, so he has ensured that seafarers will get shore leave irrespective of the nationality with procedures. Indian to baat hi nahi hai because it is a democratic right, it is in India. Okay, this template will be circulated all over India for compliance. Also, there is a DO letter written to the Ministry of Home Affairs Secretary by our DG for declaring, seafarers are already declared essential workers. You are aware that they are key workers. Okay, so there is a Indian Act which is called Essential Services Act. Okay, during COVID time, I was the COVID cell in charge. So we utilized this act very favorably to tell the entire world that seafarers are special. So I tell this jokingly everywhere. There are only 3 genders. One, man, woman and seaman. So I ensured that seaman is different. Okay, so from the DG shipping side, we are pushing this very hard to ensure that COVID time mein jo hua tha, special preference will be given because as per Essential Services Maintenance Act 1968, already seafarers are declared as essential key workers. So we have again written to them to ensure that a uniform circular is issued for the entire country where the state also follows suits. So now the problem is having in minor, that means non-major ports, which we are obviously pushing. I hope I have satisfied your question.
Yes, sir. Just to extend it a little bit, that surely for seafarers, now the immigration process is that they have to scan the passport, do the biometrics, do the face check. Now, instead of doing all this, can we include it under the Maritime single window Sagar Setu this, so that we don't need to go physically and be present?
That is a very good suggestion. This has already been taken, as I told you when I met the FRRO director. So we have discussed on these aspects. So this will be, going forward, this will only happen. So that in the single window system, so that, as I told you, man, woman, seaman, seafarers are special category. So we have to take care of them and we all have to come together and fight for this. It is not DG Shipping alone fighting for this. All union representatives, everybody has to come, represent, go meet MHA secretary, meet MHA people and push this cause that the circular has to be issued where seafarers are essential key workers. The solution will be that once it comes, entire country will follow suit. Thank you. Anything else? मेरे को लगा आपने ताली मार दिया खत्म कर दिया.
Captain Sir, good afternoon. I'm Chief Engineer Bhaskar. What I wanted to tell and the DG Shipping should do something about is that stress fatigue is very much high on board ships. Because I am on a tanker and turnarounds for for that matter, all the ships. And we are short by 4th engineer. 4th engineer is not on board ship. Many companies are not employing 4th engineer. So the cadets are losing a potential job as well as training how if you don't have fourth engineer, you cannot make him chief engineer, right? So you need to start from the bottom. So we eliminate one rank, that means stress is on the engine room is very high. So that is also causing a lot of issues on that. So probably DG Shipping should ensure that globally the IMO also will have to take part into this. That the fourth engineer's rank is not abolished. Junior ranks, which are being abolished now for in the name of cost cutting. Because we are facing a lot of challenges in rest hours. Rest hours are totally violated. It is all bullshit. I can say it is not factual as to what we are doing on board ship. That is one part. And also other...
Let's go one by one.
Yes,
because otherwise I'll be missing out. Okay. So now I have a counter question for you, sir. Is this an Indian ship or a foreign ship?
Foreign ship, sir.
Foreign ship. So let me tell you, there is a very, very important tool available for the master and chief engineer called Master's Review, SMS Review. If you are facing this problem, you should take it through the proper review system where it has to be closed. If you write in your master review that the minimum safe manning is not applicable for this vessel, let me tell you, it is very difficult to close this observation from the shore side. So please ensure that this is, because DG Shipping can do it, regulate for Indian ships. And Indian ships are already, these guidelines are very stringent, We are very, very careful on these guidelines. And MMDs are very strict on safe manning. There are very, very seldom dispensations are given on manning issues, unless and until it is an exigency issue where somebody has died for some voyage with proper risk assessment. Okay. Otherwise, it is not given. For the foreign things, as you said, we can represent a paper, okay, to push this fact that what you are telling it is safety. But provided we have data, we have something where the documents are there, where you have given, when the master has given this in data that these are the factors for this particular tanker ships and this company there are problem. So if you come up with that data, we can sit with the union representatives, because manning issues, they are only the championing the cause. So we can make a document and we can present it in IMO for sure as a document paper for taking it further. Because this is the only way where the world will realize that there is a problem. When you represent a paper, writing it to some other flag will have not that much effect where the paper is presented. So I humbly suggest you, when you go next time or when you do this, please ensure that master's review tool is utilized to highlight these lacunas in the system.
Thank you, sir. So another issue very, very much dear to all of us in India is taxation, sir. NRI tax, 185 days. We being working on board ship, okay, I think we should get away with this 185 days or 183 days clause. And because we are having a foreign exchange remittance to the country is benefiting, because we are not hiding anything. It's all white money. There is no way we can run away from the taxation. But then this should be given a priority from the government side.
Okay, thank you. Well noted. Because as you see, this is not easy, but not impossible. As I told you, man, woman, seaman, we have to show our seafarers' strength to the Ministry of Finance, because this is related to finance, So there is a separate ministry which will look after. You can represent to Goa Seafarers Officers Association, and MUI can take this together and represent a paper. And let's take it forward with the help of DG Shipping. And I'm sure if we get a mass support with data and fact that so many seafarers are there and getting so many foreign exchange for the country, definitely we can. So then what will be the dates? Next question will it be 100 days or nothing? People will go 1 day or 10 days or one contract, 3 months and come back and they get waiver.
Sir, in Philippines, they don't have any system like this. So I think we can adopt the Philippines model, because the seafarer's salary is tax exempt.
Yeah. So I am aware of this, but now we need to do a detailed study on this, because this way just telling and comparing will not happen. So representing your cause, I understand your cause, because I am also a seafarer. My COC is valid, my CDC is valid. Tomorrow you tell me I am ready to jump and go on sea. So I support your cause, but it has to be through proper channel, with data, with facts. Represent to your association, MUI, NUSI can take it forward. Definitely we can take it forward to the right people through the DG Shipping. We will support your cause. Rather, I should say, we will support our causes.
Thank you, sir.
Me also.
Sir, last one. Goa, as you have seen, we have a vast number of seafarers in different different ranks, right from the cruise liners to the tankers to the officers, right? So Goa needs a full-fledged MMD, sir. So if we have a full-fledged MMD, then the entire ecosystem of training and certification, then the jobs will be generated in Goa. And besides, in Goa, we are not only Goa as such. We have neighboring states like Karnataka, which are aspirant. Karwar port is there, Mangalore port is there. All these people can also come under Goa umbrella, and Goa MMD can be number one in the entire country as far as maritime excellence is concerned.
Well noted your point. Last time when we met Captain De Silva, so we were discussing this only. So why not have a full-fledged principal officer MMD here in Goa, because present office is surveyor in charge, where the minimum works are done, registration and other minimum related works. So let me tell you, there was a proposal earlier, and I was instrumental, of course, with my team and people. We had made a detailed plan for upgradation of MMD Vizag, which is also a similar kind of SIC. So you have to work on the role, what all things the MMD will do. It is not easy. You have to do the study, how many training institutes, how many seafarers, how many other associated services, how many ships are registered, how many life raft servicing, how many firefighting, how many bunkers, so many associated activities are there. So we have to list out these activities and list out the numbers. And there is a method of upgradation of an office. So let me tell you, we have worked on this for MMD Vizag and MMD SIC Kakinada. And it is on the end stage. Anytime good news will come. That is what is the news from the corridors. Anytime this news might come that this office of MMD Vizag will be done. But let me tell you, it took 2 years. Because the proposal has to go, the people, the resources, infrastructure, what is the burden on the taxpayers' money. These all things have to be worked out. Then the proposal has to be agreed by Ministry of Shipping. Then it has to go to Ministry of Expenditure, the finance obviously. And then Cabinet has to approve. There is a process which is there. And I'm sure, I was telling Captain De Silva that you should work on it. I have the template which I had prepared for MMD Vizag. I told him I'll share with that. You have to work. I will give you more work. It is not that you come to me. I will give you more work so that you prepare this document. It is not easy. So once it is there, then the ball can be set rolling. Of course, this is a valid and demand of the Goan Seafarers. Abhi nahi to kabhi. When the Minister of State is also from Goa, So we should push for this. Valid suggestion.
Sir, one last question from, I've been asking too many questions. This is regarding the Portuguese passport, because we Goans, like you said in Pondicherry, we can have a Goan, can have a Portuguese passport. It helps a lot in terms of mobility, in terms of international mobility, right? You cannot take suddenly, just because he has changed the passport, he is no more Indian. You cannot say like that. So similar on the lines of OCI card, we should work something on Siemens card, something like that. So that similar to OCI card, he can hold Indian CDC as well. And parallelly, he can have the Indian system, why it cannot be implemented? I think we should be able to find a middle way through this in the set of rules.
That's why I'm telling you, you propose it, but I have highlighted the lacuna in the system where it is. Because I understand, because I have seen, when I was sitting in MMD exam center, I have seen many Goan Seafarers, masters especially coming, and literally they don't have this CDC and they not in master checker, and it is very difficult for them for renewing their COC, It is very difficult. So that is why I highlighted this thing. So now it is up to you guys to put the proposal, what to do, in which way, where to find these, because the rules are rules. But rules are for public, So you have to come with solutions and your proposal, like what can be done, where legal experts can sit on the rules and DG Shipping can work on it and give some conclusion which can be effectively put forward.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Goa Maritime Officers Association definitely will work onto this and come back on this, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good day, sir. Yeah.
Sir, ये lunch का क्या planning है?
Yeah, last just one or two questions.
I'm open. मेरे को packed lunch दे देंगे तो मैं खाते but बच्चे लोग हैं ना, youngsters.
Yeah, just a last question from you.
So I want questions from actually youngsters. Nobody is asking. डर रहा है कि MMD में मेरे पास आना पड़ेगा. So you should not be afraid. चलो, please.
Yeah, I'm Captain Sidney DeMello, also the founder member of GMOA. Yeah. So there are some of our members who are unable to attend here, and we had in the group some of our questions we thought we'll put forward. Some of them has already been covered, but one or two which have not been covered, I would like to share with you. Another thing is a poor image of our. Sometimes you get projected of our country when our vessels, foreign going vessels, attend Indian ports, especially with the port officials boarding the vessel. They have been sometimes quite harassive to the ship staff, asking for the bribes and all other things. So we need to improvise on the system of this, some way or the other. Is there any plan from the DG Shipping on this?
Good question. But if you see any DG Shipping official harassing, no. So there are means which are, I told you, it is available with the master. There are tools. There are complaint numbers for raising grievances. Please raise. If you raise the grievance of bribery and corruption, there are numbers available. Please raise. And it goes up to the PMO office. And this government is very, very active and very proactive on such complaints. So if these are raised, definitely actions will be taken. And there are channels for it for addressing.
Yeah. Okay. Some way or the other, we would also expect, from the government side as well to improvise on this, because I myself have also witnessed, on one or two occasions, what the standard of the port officials boarding the vessel. Okay, that was one thing. Second is they've been looking for the World Standard Seafarers Club to be set up on at least in Goa, at least, where the seafarers can have a recreation sort of a place where can have a good time in Goa. Yeah, what's the plan for that?
Yeah, excellent. मेरे को लगता है आप कुछ छोड़ेगा नहीं, सब मेरे से निकाल लेगा. By the way, last month when I came here for one audit of one training institute, I met the Goa Officers Seamen Association. I told them that I have come with dual agenda. Whenever I come to Goa, I come with 2-3 agendas. All maritime related agendas. So I came for that also and for verification of the port welfare facilities. Okay, there is a detailed proposal which is already available, and already one seafarer center is there in Goa. Okay, that was utilized and it was basically defunct now. Okay, so through Seafarer Welfare Fund Society, there is a society for Seafarer Welfare Fund, we are having this vetted and renewing the seafarers facility. So very soon down the line, we will have a world-class seafarers facilities in Goa, for sure. Thank you. So we should allow them to conclude one question from the rating and cadets background so that MUI and NUSI can sponsor some gift. Tabhi bolega log.
Excuse me, sir.
One visit in Lonavala guest house.
Hello. I'm John Mendonça, retired chief engineer from Valley Stream Ships. Now regarding, you said some questions from the young aspiring officers. Well, I want to bring it to the notice of MUI that officers don't have any post-retirement benefits like gratuity or anything of that sort. The NUSI has for our seafaring brethren of crew. So now, if they can take this issue and have some measures on this for post-retirement benefits, our young officers in future at least will have something to look after. We never had, at least I never had, 40 years out at sea, not a single penny. Many people ask me, "Arey, 40 years, you must be getting a big potlo." I said, not a single paise. But if MUI takes up this issue, that will be better.
Okay. This is the last thing which I thought I will attend later, but I think I have to tell that also. Okay, right. There is something called Sailors Welfare Fund Society and Seamen's Provident Fund Organization. Okay. So, under Sailors Welfare Fund Society, this is the trust society which is looking after the welfare schemes of the seafarer. Currently, there are 5 welfare schemes which are available. People are aware, I'm not sure. One is, these schemes were effective from 21/8/2014. And let me tell you, more than 50 crores have been given as gratuity and benefits on welfare schemes. MUI and NUSIs are also part of the trustee, so they will endorse my statements. There are schemes and there are 2 more new schemes which are going to be launched on 13th February, where I told you there is a workshop in Mumbai. Okay. So these are for death and for the super senior seafarers who have retired. Okay. And it is expected to be around 50 crores. The 2 schemes which will be launched very soon. In these 5 welfare schemes, there are many schemes which are related to the education. Okay. There are death benefits, incapacitated benefits, maternity benefits. There are many benefits which are there. So I suggest and request the seafarers to go through the DG website where there is welfare measures. There is a tab called welfare measures. Please click on that and you will see series of welfare measures which are there. The company is supposed to pay certain amount on welfare fund every month for a seafarer. Okay. And it should not be deducted from your salary. Please make sure this. When you sign your contract, please check SWFS, SPFO contribution. And it should be not deducted from your salary. Okay?
Thank you very much, sir.
So these are the schemes which are available. Please utilize them. You promote these schemes. And also, regarding the pension things, I was discussing with Captain Tushar before you had raised this thing recently, that MUI and NUSI and other unions should come together, as MLA Captain Wenzi Vegas was also telling, that something should be done, because these are for welfare schemes which are contributed by the company. Seafarer is not contributing anything. So we can have a trust. This is a good idea. Every month some contribution is done and retirement benefit can be done. Because as a seafarer, I have not contributed anything. Whatever I got, dollars, I have taken it for myself with the tax benefits. And I can't ask for asking for the retirement benefits unless I contribute somewhere. So this is a very good, valid suggestion, thinking cap for MUI, NUSI and other unions. They can come together and make a corpus, involve DG shipping if you want, and then we can have a amalgamation of all minds where this long time requirement of the benefits of retirement, what Badasab was telling, should be taken up.
Excuse me, Captain.
Can I please stop here, please? Because the stage has to be given for, and we are running short of time.
Last question, just last question.
Yeah, okay, we'll take that last question, please.
Yeah, this is really important, as Captain Joseph specially asked for this cadets or the new guys joining. I know they may not ask you, but there is lack of jobs in merchant navy for freshers. There's deck cadets, trainee marine engineers, trainee of ordinary seamen, trainee vipers, trainee cook and stewards. I mean, we had already sent this request to you, sir. I mean, a long time back. It was dated in September 2022. Because there were so many TMEs who had approached us. I'm the Vice President of the Goan Seafarers Association of India, ex-Chief Engineer. Lots of trainees. We had gone with them to, Honorable Minister Shripad Naik. And we made this presentation to you, and we had written to the Ministry of Shipping also, that this the freshers who are passing out, many times they have to wait for 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years to get a position or placement on the ship. My request is it by any chance possible, at least for the Indian ships or the Indian shipping companies, where they make a provision that mandatorily that they have to have, if not 3, 4, at least 2 deck cadets or 2 TMEs or some new or the freshers that are passing out.
Your point well noted, because we are already running short of time. This placement issue is a very touchy issue which you have rightly raised. Let me tell you, we have utilized all resources and ensured, as I told you, for UK people when they join for COE, we have told they have to take cadets and trainees, for management ranks wherever we have ensured. But every ship has an accommodation restriction. Please understand, the accommodation plan is approved and there is a restriction. We have ensured whatever is possible for Indian ships to have this, and how many peoples can be placed is done. Government of India and DG Shipping has taken a lot of initiative on these steps. Like I can tell you a few steps which are by ensuring mandatory training breaths for all officers. Rating is going to come possibly soon. But these all will be the old cases where these people would have joined without mandatory berths. Now mandatory berths, every berth has to be confirmed, then only the seat has to be given. Otherwise, the next batch, if they can't place that many seafarers, then that corresponding batch strengths are reduced. So there are steps being taken, but as I have been seeing in the industry, there is a tremendous demand for junior officers now. I used to get many calls and many inquiries, but I have discussed with many companies, very big companies like Fleet, Synergy and all big companies. They are finding shortage of officers now. They are not having officers. So junior officers are in much demand now. And this is the time where we Indians have to showcase wherever they are getting chance. So there are being steps taken. I understand. I still say there are requirements, but gradually it is basically supply and demand, and it is all involved everywhere. As I told you, the attitude thing, the patience thing, these all things matters. So all the seafarers here and going on ships to carry on the brand image and good work followed by our seniors and our colleagues, so that the job opportunities are maintained and Indian seafarers are much in demand world over. That's it. Anything else? I think I can close it.
Yes. Thank you, Captain Daniel Joseph. As you said, की seafarers are the heroes of this program. A round of applause to all the seafarers. एक 2 उतरां तुमचे खातीर कि तोड़ना है हर पिंजरा, कि तोड़ना है हर पिंजरा, तेरी उड़ान अभी बाकी है, मंजिलें जमी भर नहीं, आसमान अभी भी बाकी है, लहरों का थमना नहीं समंदर की बेबसी, बाहर खामोशी सही, भीतर कई तूफान अभी भी बाकी है. A round of applause to all of you. And now I request Chief Engineer Marine Nixon Gomes to kindly give vote of thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As we had planned, the program did run a bit late, but I thank you for your patience and being here until now. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for being a part of this remarkable event, especially a Seafarers event. We had been told that Seafarers only come when you get something, but this is a real cause. I can see that people have come and put in their efforts to ask questions, to know things, and genuine difficulties faced by them in their sailing life, even while having their procedures, formalities with BSID or any other certification process. Your presence has added immense value, and we appreciate your commitment to the maritime community. A big thank you to Captain Daniel Joseph for this initiative. Come on, everyone, please give a very big hand to him. Because of him, we are here, and all of us have come together because of one initiative. I do thank our chief guest, Shripad Naik, Minister of Shipping, Shri Narendra Savaikar, Commissioner, Captain Wenzi Vegas, Benauli MLA, Shri Srivastava, Goa Surveyor, MMD, Captain Tushar Pradhan, General Secretary MUI, Shri Louis Gomes, Vice President NUSI, Shri Frank Vegas, President GSAI, for their presence here and showing that we are all together. In other words, hum saath hain. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. A special thanks for our sponsors. Our sponsors are the Maritime Union of India, the National Union of Seafarers of India, Fleet Management Limited, IndusInd Bank, Seven Island Maritime Training Institute, E-Dot Solutions, Kamakshi College of Culinary Arts, Shri Shripad Naik for this auditorium and the external space for advertising, Shri Wenzi Vegas, Tarvoti Chocolates by our ex-chief engineer, Shri Hirendra Dekne, Great Eastern Shipping Company, Pioneer Wealth Management Company. Thank you, NUSI, CSCAN, and IMS for your presence with cadets here. Thank you once again. Thank you. Special thanks for helping out our organization, GMOA, Captain Ruchin Dayal, Shri Warren Nalemau, our broadcast partner, Sailor Today, Marek's Bulletin, and the most important screen, what you see is Glitz and Glam events by Kenneth Moras, and all what is arranged here. Last but not the least, our host, Madam Varsha Malik, who has taken us through the time of delay. Until now, we are still fresh. Thank you, Madam. Thank you very much for your presence here. Yeah, I did mention Great Eastern earlier, and I thank all the dedicated seafarers who have made it today and who are still striving to make our maritime world one to be recognized by our society. Safe travel to all of those who have come from far, and let us continue supporting, celebrating the vital contribution to seafarers. Thank you, and good afternoon.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, Goa Maritime Officers Association. सगळ्यांक मना काळजा सावन देव बरें करूं.
Kindly register yourself with your mobile scanner on the scanner which is lying on the outer door. Please collect your snacks while going out, which is there on the bench, on the marble bench or the granite bench which is on the left hand side. Thank you very much once again. Hey Jason, I want a checkbook.